Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ryan, and I'm doing this video because I kind of want to highlight some things, or show some concern about the status of the current Crucible. I'm here, getting ready to play with my Warlock, um, gearing up for the Crimson Doubles coming up, and I've on Reddit seeing everybody talk about, oh, Thorn. It's going to be Crimson Thorns. It's going to be TLW and Thorn all the way. No specials dropping in the middle, or I mean, in the beginning of the match. So, talking about this or that to combat that, and well, yeah, I think there's a greater underlying issue than just TLW and Thorn. But as I go into this game, I start to notice that, well, in Rumble, everybody's using TLW and Thorn already. It looks like. So we had three last word guys, two Thorn guys, and I thought about using the Thorn actually, but I decided to use the Mida. I didn't even know I was going to get on this map before I decided to use the Mida anyways. And I'm doing the Mida shotgun thing, using my Warlock with the Ram helmet and close to max armor, and a chest piece that gives you extra uh, defense or whatnot, and thinking I'm gonna come up against some thorns most likely. And what do you know, there are thorns and TLWs here, and I was like, all right, whatever, just stick with it and all that kind of good stuff. This is a Inferno Rumble, and you get, for this week, you get the extra marks for completing the matches in first, second, or third place, but anybody else that completes a match doesn't get the marks, and that's the incentive or whatever to play the match and do good. So I guess there's a reason for people to use the TLW and Thorn, but I like to think this game is more fun than just having to win all the time. I think testing out different weapons. You see, I'm using a rare shotgun. I can't remember the name right now, but it's intrigued me because it has sort of the strengths of the Party Crasher, and it had a range mod on it. So I was like, might as well give it a try, see if it's as good as the Party Crasher that I have, because I don't have a rangefinder on my Party Crasher. I just made a mistake there, not using cover properly, but that's a bad room to be in on this map. I might make some comments here and there about my gameplay or the other gameplay, but for most part, this is about the status of state of current Crucible and how I kind of view it a little bit. People feel like they have to use the best guns in the game in like every match almost. There's not a whole lot of toying around. Of course, there are people that like to do that, myself included, but I'm still using the Mida, so I want to win. I want to go get those marks right and finish up this Inferno Rumble game. It's not my favorite game type. Rumble or free for all in general isn't necessarily my most fun game type, but I'm here. I'm trying to win it down by 300 points, as you can see, and try hard pants on, but I'm not gonna switch to the TLW or the Thorn just to counter these guys. Just kept with it with what I was doing. Mistake there. Shouldn't have kept engaging. Anyhow, like I was saying, that these guys feel like they need to use the TLW and Thorn to win these matches and get those marks or whatever. People, I think, are even using in just regular clash and control matches because they feel like they have to use those weapons to do good. They feel like at times I felt like I had to do that as well, and I almost feel like I have to use either Mida or kind of some top tier rolls on pulse rifles like the PDX 45 and the Hacksaw, just so I can have fun and be somewhat competitive and not go below a 1.0 KD. I'm like a 1.3 KD type guy, depending on characters. I'm not good on my hunter, so I'm less on him. I started with the Warlock, so I still have a pretty decent KD with my Warlock, but I'm here, trying testing out this Ram build. I put away the Ram after they really nerfed it, and now I'm back because of the speculation of all the TLW and Thorn, or I mean, basically just the Thorn counter, so I don't die from 3 body shots plus the tick damage. I do want to play Crimson doubles because it's some other new content. I really don't play doubles as is, but I know that I'll be able to have some fun with a friend, or maybe even a random Alpha LFG or whatever to play doubles. As you can see, one guy bounced out of the game. He was using a TLW. It was epic, and he only has about a 1.0 KD, 0.7 in Rumble, a free-for-all list. So he feels that he has to use that weapon probably to win. And he drops out because he's not going to get the marks. He's one of the guys in last place. Later on in the match, you'll see another guy drop out, Surge. He's a 1.17 KD type guy, and he was using the TLW as well. And he drops out because he realizes he's not going to get up to 3rd place. That's people's prerogative. They're in it to win it, or they're in it to get the marks, the rewards, or some people like myself, I'm just going to stay in it because I do enjoy finishing games and seeing how well I can do. But there's times where I've quit out because I'm sick and tired of getting nailed by Thorn and Blink. And if I'm not going to get any rewards at the end of the match, then why should I put up with not only red bar connection but Thorn and Blink the whole time? I don't really like that meta per se. People in meta, sometimes it's a 4-letter word, but it's the truth. You can't get away from some of it, and obviously I think it's probably even going to get worse now with the meta and the Thorn and people trying to be ultra competitive. See, another guy bounced out because the rewards aren't very great in this game for PvP, and if you're not having fun, you're not going to stick with it. And if you're not having fun and you have to deal with connection issues or thorns the whole damn time, you probably are going to bounce out as well, and that's not fun. So what's in it for people now for Crucible? It's kind of hard to say. Crimson doubles is going to have some okay stuff. It's not really going to have anything fantastic, I don't think, as far as weapons or gear involved, but whatever. Again, I think part of the issue is weapons like Thorn do exist and are OP, and it's gotten to a point where people are just really trying hard, really sweaty, and I'm not sure if the matchmaking is going to solve that issue. Skill based. What do you guys think?